gotta believe.
Hello folks. Man, how's everybody doing today? What'd you all think of that game last night between the Roughriders and the Ottawa RedBlacks? My God. All I can do is shake my head. It is unbelievable. Like, this command center is making the CFL a joke. It's a joke. You know, both teams have a beef with the command center on this game. Like, you know, there has to be some rule changes or different writing in how they call these plays and how they can call these plays, and if they can get their nose in and change calls after the play, even though there's no flags on the play. Like, I've got a video out and it shows them this last call where McLean comes in and hits Cone, hits Crumb below the knees, and you know, you can't really blame the command center because that's how it's worded. You touch somebody with her and you're gonna get a call, you know, especially below the knees, or you just touch his helmet. They have to start changing that rule. Like, if it's accidental, then they shouldn't be throwing their nose in there and there should be no flag on the field. Like, McLean had no possible way to stop himself from flying into Crumb's legs. And in fact, on the play, I never heard the statement, but I heard they called some other rider on that call. It wasn't even Crumb. You know, even the one on Brown. Brown comes around, gets knocked down. He's a rolling 340-pound man, and he even tried to arch his back so he wouldn't go into the quarterback, and gets him on the leg, injures him, and you know, that's a penalty. You know, it's just crazy. They have to change this wording of how they make these calls, because this is tackle football and it's becoming touch. You know, what about the guy that was coming in, like McLean? He gets chopped. How about receivers that get chopped time after time by defensive backs? You know, like they take their legs from under them. You know, Jesus. You know, are their legs worth a lot less than the quarterbacks? I think not. And then, you know, like, why Ottawa would be mad, they continued the game because of a challenge. But that's what the game is, all that should be called. And the pass interference on Baines, there's a flag thrown. You know, he throws his flag, challenge flag, mace. That's what the intention of the bloody command center should be. But that being said, on that call, you know, it's one of these ones where you have to slow it down to see. And it wasn't so much that one. I figured right off the bat it could have been pass interference. It looked like he got there before the ball. And in the replay, it shows it. It was close, but it's still pass interference. You have to call that. You know, the CFL set the precedence early on in the league. I don't know if you go back at my videos. I said it. I think it was a Bomber game where the guy coming across the middle was right in behind him, running across the field though, and he had his arm barely on the receiver's arm. Didn't impede his ability to catch the ball, and command center overruled, pass interference. Well, you've set the precedent. Like, if you barely touch a receiver, you're gonna get called. And it's the same thing with this stupid roughing the passer. They have to alter the rules on those plays. Like, also when they, you know, the play actually before, when they get at Crum, you know, you could have called that one because it looked like they just brushed his helmet a couple times, which by the rules of the CFL, that's a roughing the passer, which is crap. You know, like, if you barely touch a quarterback's helmet, and sometimes they're just accidentally just gets a little wee piece of the face mask, doesn't even hardly touch him, but that's the rule. I could go on and on. Last week was the same thing with fumble. First time I heard them, they overturned. Wasn't a fumble because the other team didn't pick it up fast enough. Never heard of that one before in my life. Other team didn't pick it up fast enough, so it wasn't a fumble. I don't know. And then the one that went out of bounds, same thing. You know, so many, I could go on and on. In fact, in that game, I haven't even replayed it yet, where I can't remember. It was one of those ones where Patterson overthrew the receiver and they intercepted it. But I ran it back real quick on the replay, and to me, I didn't slow it down or nothing, but it looked like that ball come up a little bit at the end and hit the ground. Where's the command center on that? You know, on the television, they just went to a commercial. You know, I don't know if the command center looked at that, but from the angle I saw it, it looked like it actually come off the ground a little bit, and he trapped it. Whether he got his hands underneath, I couldn't tell for sure, but that's something the command center is supposed to review. You know, any turnovers, you know. Maybe that's why they went to the review on that one, because there was a turnover, the play at the end. But the CFL has to get this right. You know, they're gonna cost a lot of would-be fans and longtime fans to say, this is crap. You can't have this deciding games. Yeah, I'm sure even the players were pissed off on both teams. Like, Crum went and they did an interview with him. He didn't even know that he was roughed. You know, oh, I got roughed, really? What's that tell you? But the Riders, as far as the game goes, they actually played fairly well. You know, I was fairly happy with the O-line. There were some missed blocking assignments big time, especially early. Like Fry, plus he missed a couple guys, didn't even touch him. And of course on stunts and that, and Jones, brand new kid, 23 years old, you know, he got fumbled up a few times. But in general, Patterson had pretty good time to make some sort of play. Our running game absolutely stunk, you know. Yeah, and our third down gambles, my God, absolutely horrible. You know, we're still continuing to be the worst team in the league. They got to try to find somebody other than Patterson to run those, because he's just not doing it. Or the line, something has to change there. And at the end there, I wasn't happy with Mueller's play calling. With that minute left, you know, we're 2nd and 8. and still run the ball. I understand you want to make sure you get a field goal, but you tell Patterson in the headset, flip this one out here, you know, a short one for the first down pass. If he's not wide open, throw it away, because it's basically as far as Hickson got was a throwaway. Didn't make no yards. And then at the end of the game, in the overtime, Sales misses the easy pickoff. He makes a fantastic cut on the play and is right in position. Played it perfect. Hits him right in the bread basket. Game over. Nope. Didn't catch it. Now that'd be the only bad thing about the whole game. It was, we did drop a few, and a few interceptions, but you know, with the playing conditions, you can expect a lot of that. You know, pouring rain sometimes, and I mean pouring. Yeah, the receivers didn't really help pick Patterson out much. You know, a few decent catches, but Stearns missed a good long one, and so did Baines. And Ajo, he dropped one that was a first down, and I don't think he played after that. Picton came in, and he made a couple decent catches for first downs. Guess the highlight of the receivers would be Myers. That'll make one of my viewers very happy. He comments on all my vlogs, and I really appreciate that. I love when people comment and have a say of what they think, and it gets everything going the way I want it on the vlog. I like lots of comments, and even if you like or dislike, he always makes comments, and he's always been calling for Myers, and Myers actually made the best catch and run of the game. Plus he snagged a couple other ones. Probably was the best receiver out there. But all in all, the Riders didn't play too bad. Defense, Mika had one hell of a game. I think he picked up a couple sacks, and really Brown played good. Oh, and Saunders, excellent. The one bull rush, he came in and actually knocked his guy right into the quarterback, almost caused an interception. And the linebackers, you know, for Claire McLean coming in to fill in, you know, they you know, did all right. There's some positioning problems early, and in general, you know, they didn't do too bad. Now the only other thing is maybe bloody Alford. I don't know why he's letting so many balls hit the ground. So many of those punts are hitting the ground. And the one that went in the end zone for 1 point. You know, 1 point. Guess what, folks? We'd have won the game. It wouldn't have been a tie. You know, you gotta feel those catches in the air if you can. And the hit of the game was Baldonado. Unreal on special teams, and he come down and he hit two guys so hard that he knocked them right into the running the returner, and that returner is a dangerous guy. They actually kept him fairly contained. They got a good returner on special teams, but he paid the price. A few kickoffs later, he came down in roughly the same area of the field. He come in and holy moly, he got clocked. He tried the same thing to bowl the guys over, and he went down straight on his stomach, and he was out. I think he was right out. The trainers were out there right away, And when he got up, he looked like he was in La La Land. I sure hope he's all right. He's been playing pretty damn good for a globe. He's our global player. Hate to lose him. I don't know. Hope our injuries don't keep growing. And Patterson, he did all right, you know, like with the playing conditions. Some of them balls got away from him and receivers dropped him. I think the only complaint I'd have about him is when he does get out of the pocket, he never tries to run for the first down. And like, give it a shot. Now, some of them he's got a way to make at least 5-6 yards and he still tosses it downfield. And he's only been successful a very few times that he's been doing that. Instead of a couple times you gotta run for first down. That might be it for Patterson for a while. Looks like Harris might be coming back. Well, that's about it for this. It's gotten long enough, this video, with me complaining about that command center. Comment down below what you think of this whole command center situation and how the Riders played. I really appreciate them, and keep those subs coming. Man, look at how high this stuff is here. It's higher than me. My dad used to call this stuff stinkweed. Now I know why. It stinks. But this is crazy. I think I'll walk out here a bit farther. Usually don't take this path. She's all down up too long. But anyway, I'm gonna go watch the game again maybe this afternoon and watch the one today. Kind of Calgary plays Toronto, don't they? I'll watch that one. Maybe the command center can screw that one up too. Anyway, comment down below and hit that like button or dislike. Anyway, till next time, go Riders, go.